Number 12. Buick Envision. The 2026 version has become a cautionary tale about what happens when tariffs and supply chains collide. This compact SUV is built in China at the GM South plant in Shanghai, and it's subject to a crushing combined tariff rate of 47%. GM responded by passing the cost directly to consumers. Multiple price hikes pushed the Envision nearly $5,000 higher than the previous model, with the base preferred trim now starting at roughly $41,000. The results have been devastating for sales. In Q1 2026, GM delivered just 4,485 Envisions in the US, an 81% drop compared to the 15,485 sold in Q1 2025. Dealerships are drowning in inventory, with over 16,800 units either in stock or in transit, representing roughly a 330-day supply. The automaker has announced plans to move production to Kansas in 2028 to dodge these tariffs, but until then, the Envision remains stuck in purgatory. Number 11. Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The 3-row Grand Cherokee L is a textbook case of a brand pushing too far up market and losing its way. Consumer Reports predicts the 2026 model will be significantly less reliable than the average new car, based on extensive tracking of problematic 2023 to 2025 models, and the data backs that up. Jeep recently recalled over 419,000 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models, 278,905 of which are Ls, because a software error can delay side airbag deployment during a crash, increasing injury risk. Then there's the fuel economy. The 293 horsepower V6 returns, just 19 miles per gallon overall, trailing key competitors and making the high cost of fuel an ongoing pain point. Kelley Blue Book owners consistently rate the Grand Cherokee L's reliability as one of its weakest attributes, with complaints about electrical issues and cluttered controls. At nearly $43,000 starting, buyers are asking, why pay this much for a 3-row SUV with poor efficiency and serious reliability concerns? Number 10. Ford Bronco. The Ford Bronco's comeback story has officially stalled. What was once a hype machine with waiting lists and dealer markups is now piling up on lots. Over 34,000 units sitting unsold with a staggering 280-day supply. Consumer Reports gives the 2026 Bronco a predicted reliability score of just 40 out of 100, a slight improvement from the 36 of the 2025 model, but still firmly in below average territory. For context, the Toyota 4Runner scores a 95. The issues are well documented. Early models suffered from faulty sensors, glitchy infotainment, transmission problems, and wind noise from those removable hardtops. The 2026 model hasn't escaped either. It's already been hit with at least 5 NHTSA recalls, including a critical accessory protocol interface module issue that can overheat and shut down the rearview camera, and a separate recall for unexpected loss of drive power due to EGR valve failure. Fuel economy is dismal at just 19 miles per gallon combined, and with the Raptor trim pushing $80,000, buyers are asking, why pay luxury prices for a noisy, unreliable off-roader? Number 9. Dodge Charger. The new Dodge Charger might be one of the most controversial relaunches in modern automotive history, and sales numbers reflect that. Dodge essentially combined the old Charger and Challenger into one platform, available in both gas and electric, but the problem is it's not landing with either crowd. On the gas side, the legendary Hemi V8 is gone. Dodge replaced it with a 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six called the Hurricane, and while it makes solid power, 420 horsepower in the RT and 550 in the Scat Pack, traditionalists just aren't feeling it. Then there's the price. The entry-level RT starts at nearly $50,000, roughly a $15,000 jump from the outgoing V6 model. The days of an affordable Dodge muscle car are over, and reliability concerns loom. The new engine has generated questions about long-term durability, with some early Ram owners reporting turbo and overheating issues. The Charger is sitting at over 300 days of market supply, with sales collapsing to just 1,672 units in Q1 2026. The Charger has also been hit with instrument panel recalls, over 8,500 units affected by software failures that can prevent critical safety warnings from displaying. Number 8. Jeep Gladiator. This car proves that being unique isn't always an advantage. This Wrangler with a bed concept was a hit when it launched, but the lifestyle truck segment is cooling fast, and the Gladiator's daily driving compromises are becoming impossible to ignore. The cabin is loud, the steering is vague and requires a lot of arm work to keep straight, and the ride quality is punishing on pavement. Then there's the fire risk. Stellantis recently recalled nearly 1.3 million Gladiators and Wranglers globally, 1.08 million in the US alone, due to faulty power steering wiring that can overheat and ignite combustible materials. 51 fire incidents have been reported, with at least one injury. Owners are being told to park outside until repairs begin in July. At a starting price over $39,000 and pushing past $50,000 loaded, the Gladiator competes against better all-around trucks like the Toyota Tacoma and Ford Ranger. The bed is narrower and shallower than rivals, and the Gladiator's 19 miles per gallon combined fuel economy is a tough sell. According to CarEdge, the Gladiator is sitting at 323 days of supply with over 16,300 units on lots. Number 7. Chevrolet Blazer EV. The Blazer has had one of the most disastrous launches in recent memory, and the 2026 model is still paying the price. Consumer Reports gives it a predicted reliability score of just 19 out of 100, making it the 8th least reliable vehicle on the market. Owner surveys reveal difficulties with the EV battery, the heating and climate control systems, as well as with the screens and in-car electronics that can freeze or shut down. The software problems were so severe that GM issued a stop sale in late 2023 through early 2024. The sales numbers tell the story. In Q1 2026, Blazer EV sales collapsed 82.6% year over year to just 1,077 units. GM even raised prices by $400 across all trims in early 2026, making a bad value proposition worse. And a bizarre recall of a recall was issued for 2024 to 2025 models after a previous parking brake repair used the wrong wiring harness, causing brakes to either fail or engage randomly while driving. At a near $50,000 average price, buyers are walking away. Number 6. Nissan Altima. This car's presence on this list is a tragedy in slow motion. This once dominant sedan, which sold 333,398 units in 2015, has seen its sales collapse to just 93,268 in 2025, an 18.1% drop that mirrors the broader market shift away from sedans. But the Altima's problems run much deeper than changing consumer tastes. The CVT transmission has been a reliability nightmare for years. Specialists report the internal belt slips against pulleys, scoring the surface and creating a vicious cycle of shuddering and eventual failure. For a 2014 Altima, average repair costs hit $3,860 at just 75,200 miles. The 2.5-liter engine also suffers from excessive oil consumption issues. With Nissan planning to discontinue 11 low-performing models, the Altima's days are numbered, which destroys resale value and sends smart buyers to the Camry or Accord instead. The Altima sits at 357 days of supply with over 1,100 units unsold. Number 5. Jeep Grand Cherokee 4-door. This is the second Grand Cherokee on this list, and it tells you everything about where Stellantis is right now. The Grand Cherokee used to be the sweet spot, a capable, relatively affordable midsize SUV, but Stellantis has pushed prices so high that it's lost its identity. The base Laredo starts at $38,920, but a fully loaded Summit can easily top $65,000. Consumer Reports has caught on. Jeep ranks 24th out of 26 brands for dependability. Kelley Blue Book owners give the 2026 Grand Cherokee a reliability rating of just 3.2 out of 5, and nearly 40% of reviewers report severe issues. Dead batteries, wiring failures, software glitches, and even suspension collapse under 30,000 miles. The 2022 to 2026 models were hit with a massive recall, 419,035 units, because a software error can delay side airbag deployment during a crash, increasing injury risk. Despite these problems, demand remains. Jeep sold 53,482 Grand Cherokees in Q1 2026, a 10% jump, but CarEdge shows 365 days of supply with over 22,500 units sitting on lots, the largest raw inventory on this entire list. Jeep is learning the hard way that loyalty has limits. Number 4, Mitsubishi Outlander. Its main problem is simple. It markets itself as a 3-row family SUV, but it doesn't really deliver on that promise. For 2026, Mitsubishi swapped the previous 181 horsepower, 2.5-liter 4-cylinder for a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, making just 174 horsepower, paired with a CVT. That's lethargic performance in a vehicle weighing over 3,700 pounds. And that third row, Consumer Reports testers note it's tiny and of questionable usefulness for anyone beyond a child. Combine that with vague steering, a soft brake pedal, and dealer markups pushing prices toward $45,000, and the Outlander's biggest competitive advantage, value, is completely gone. The sales numbers are brutal. In Q1 2026, standard Outlander sales dropped 43.5% to just 6,780 units, while plug-in hybrid versions fell 32.8%. Overall, Mitsubishi sales fell 15% in the US market. According to CarEdge, the Outlander sits at 372 days of supply with over 7,600 units on lots. A liftgate recall affecting over 108,000 Outlanders doesn't help either. Number 3. Jeep Wrangler 2-Door. This is the fourth Jeep on this list, and it's specifically the 2-door version, which tells you everything about where buyer preferences have gone. Most people who want a Wrangler want the 4-door Unlimited. It's just more practical. The 2-door has become a niche buy, but Jeep is still pricing it like a premium product. A Willys trim 2-door is over $51,000. That's a tough sell. Consumer Reports predicts the 2026 Wrangler's reliability will be significantly below average, drawing from years of problematic data on 2023 to 2025 models. The 2-door also scores a basic safety verdict, with long stopping distances, poor emergency handling, and missing standard advanced safety features like highway speed automatic emergency braking and blind spot warning. The on-road experience is punishing. Testers describe choppy ride quality, numb steering with slow response, and clumsy handling. In practicality, even $50,000 plus models lack power adjustable seats. Accessing the rear cargo area is an awkward two-step process due to the side hinge gate and glass hatch. The 2-door Wrangler sits at 373 days of supply with over 9,200 units on lots. Number 2. Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is a financial disaster for buyers, and sales numbers prove it. Ford EV sales collapsed in Q1, with Mach-E deliveries down 50% year-to-date, just 7,270 units compared to over 14,000 during the same period last year. The electric crossover is sitting at 548 days of supply, nearly a year and a half of inventory gathering dust. The depreciation is brutal. IC Cars data shows the Mach-E loses 60.9% of its value over 5 years, shedding roughly $23,000. A 2026 premium model has a 5-year cost to own of $69,785, with $27,576 lost to depreciation alone. Why buy new for over $40,000 when you can get a lightly used one in the low $20,000 range? Recalls aren't helping. Ford recalled over 45,000 Mach-E's for exterior lighting failures. Turn signals and headlights could stop working. Another recall covers up to 272,645 vehicles across models for a rollaway bug where the park module fails to engage. The Mach-E also suffers from technical obsolescence, built on an aging 400 volts architecture, while rivals like Hyundai and Kia offer faster charging 800 volt systems. Ford has effectively abandoned the model for future development, with its next generation platform skipping the Mach-E entirely. Number 1. Audi SQ5, and here we are, number 1 on the list, the single lowest selling new vehicle in America right now. And it's not even close. The 2026 model is sitting at a jaw-dropping 626 days of market day supply, almost 2 years of inventory. Only 230 units were sold in the last 45 days, with over 1,300 still gathering dust on lots. At a starting price of $65,400 and pushing past $76,000 fully loaded, buyers are running the other direction. What went wrong? The interior is the biggest culprit. According to reviewers, Audi has dialed back cabin richness. Too much cheap piano black plastic, too many hard, scratchy surfaces, and if you skip the optional passenger screen, you're left with a jarring blank slab of shiny plastic that attracts dust and fingerprints. Climate controls are buried in the touchscreen, no physical buttons. Dangerous and frustrating to use while driving. Software bugs plague the system too. Audi issued a technical service bulletin addressing an onboard computer glitch that shows implausibly high fuel consumption, and over 19,000 vehicles were recalled for a rear-view camera software failure that prevents the image from displaying in reverse. For $76,000, that's simply unacceptable. These 12 vehicles prove one thing: Buyers are rejecting overpriced, unreliable, tech-laden cars. If you found this valuable, hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.